So the quantum realm introduced in 2015's Ant-Man is based on the microverse. However, due to Paramount Pictures owning the rights to the Micronauts, Marvel couldn't use the name microverse and had to rename it, which is how we got the quantum realm. And in the comics, actually, the Silver Surfer at one point was hidden in the microverse because he didn't want to be Galactus's herald anymore, so he kind of went to microverse to hide from Galactus. And the MCU, I think, can really use this opportunity, this moment, to explain why the Silver Surfer has not appeared so far. And I think it's as simple as being like, the Silver Surfer was tired of being Galactus's herald, he exiled himself to the quantum realm. And because the cosmic MCU is so young, you can really say that the Silver Surfer went to the quantum realm 100 years ago, 1,000 years ago. Really, I think a few millennia ago would probably make the most sense, because at that point you can kind of explain why beings like Galactus and Silver Surfer haven't really been talked about in similar ways to how the Infinity Stones are only known to a certain amount of beings. Because you could have Galactus out there probably just hibernating, maybe waiting for the Surfer to come back to lead him to a new world, and at the same time, obviously the Surfer in the quantum realm, so the legend of those two beings might have just kind of died out over time. Like I said before, how the Infinity Stones weren't really that known to most beings unless you're like an elder of the universe or an ancient being or civilization like the Asgardians that had a direct interaction with an Infinity Stone. So I think if they use this actually with the quantum realm, basing it off of when the Silver Surfer was in the microverse for a time period, I think it'd be pretty cool. I mean, it'd be a really interesting story, I think, for a potential Ant-Man 3 plot, wink wink nudge nudge, because if they're going to explore the quantum realm anyways, how cool would it be if upon exploration they find a being that turns out to be Norrin Radd, aka the Silver Surfer? And while I'm sure fans would love to see him in a Fantastic Four film, I don't really think you could ignore the opportunity to organically introduce the Silver Surfer with the quantum realm, and I feel like to do that you kind of have to use an Ant-Man sequel. And then from there, you know, you could do the Fantastic Four stuff, but it might actually be a breath of fresh air to not have the Fantastic Four immediately introduced and then immediately, as they're brought into the picture, have Galactus and the Silver Surfer. Like, it might be an interesting and refreshing at the same time way to do it like this, especially, like I said before, if we're using the quantum realm to introduce a character like this back into the MCU. I don't think this is actually really far-fetched, because the Wasp, while in the MCU, was trapped in the quantum realm, in the comics was trapped in the microverse for a time before Hank Pym found her, and that's kind of what I'm assuming was the inspiration for how they did the Wasp getting sucked into the quantum realm. So what I'm essentially saying here is that this type of thing isn't really uncharted waters for the MCU. So I think a possible storyline you could do with Galactus in this way is have him wake from his dormant state kind of in the aftermath of whatever happens in Avengers 4. You know, it could be from the use of the Infinity Stones, it awakes him up purely based on that, or maybe some other being out in space finds Galactus, awakens him, whatever. Like, you have a lot of flexibility with what you can do with this, and then from there you can have Galactus maybe naturally just goes to Earth to consume Earth's, I guess, life energies, and from there you have Ant-Man and co go to the quantum realm to hopefully find maybe a remedy for Galactus's hunger. Maybe they want to use the quantum energy from the quantum realm to kind of give Galactus instead, and upon their kind of exploration of the quantum realm there, they find Norrin Radd. And Norrin Radd, obviously, you can have the reveal that I was Galactus's herald, yada 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 yada, and you can kind of just go from there. Or you could do something like that, but just have Galactus be a Celestial, since you already had Ego be a Celestial. So at this point, being a Celestial isn't as exclusive as a club as it used to be. It's kind of cool, honestly, what they can do with it. I mean, I'm really interested. They did say the quantum realm is going to be pretty important in the future, so if they do use the quantum realm to introduce any characters, not even, you know, not exclusively just a Silver Surfer, I'd be pretty excited to see it. So comment below what you guys thoughts. What do you guys think? What other characters do you think could be introduced through the quantum realm as well? Really interested in hearing you guys' ideas. Comment below what you guys thoughts, and I'll see you guys later.